Hi, welcome to another client spotlight. Today I'm talking to one of my VIP one-on-one clients, 𝗀𝗶𝗲𝗶𝗵, and I'm so excited for this spotlight because we have just such an amazing experience to share with you about. But before we dive in, Grace, will you just introduce yourself to anyone who's watching?
Yeah, hi, so I'm Grace and I'm currently living in Costa Rica. I'm an ascension guide and galactic channel. And I created the Cleanse to Ascend method, which is a multidimensional way of healing for ascension and connecting with galactic light and receiving high frequency transmissions like quantum leap your whole life. And it's creating so much magic already. So I'm so excited for what is to come.
Oh my gosh, while you're explaining Cleanse to Ascend, it's so hard to explain in words, because what I've seen you birth and what I've witnessed you create through our time working together is like guys, this is like the future. Like Grace's like what she has created is huge. Like if you only knew. And I'm sure they'll kind of be able to get some feels into what that is like in a second here. But yeah, Grace, I'm just excited to share with everyone your experience about what happens when you really take this leap and you are committed to your coaching business. So I have some questions for you. Yes. Okay. So my first question for you is, I would love if you would just share with everyone, what was your business like and where were you at the beginning of your journey?
I didn't actually have a business. I had this like download of this idea, which kind of came through within almost like 1 minute of an exact way to set up a program, a cleansing program, which built upon my own experiences of cleansing and also reaching these higher frequencies and shifting my life. And then the whole setup completely kind of came through. So I came to you with this like idea. I was like, I'm ready to go. Like I've got the whole thing like mapped out. Like I'm ready. And I already had like been on social media for a few years, but it had been completely different. I'd been involved in more of the sustainability, regenerative spaces, and it had never really fulfilled my soul in how I show up online. So I'd always had like a lot of masks and like feared stepping out in my truth. And so, yeah, I was like, Regina, I need your help to really create like a model of business that can work, make an impact, and also be like spiritually aligned with myself and my purpose and my mission. I didn't want to go into some like hustle type of, someone to coach me. It had to be really aligned and coming from the heart and about the energetics. And as soon as we met, and there was just such like synergy and like energetic resonance and alchemy that I'm so happy that we work together.
I'm curious too, what was it then that really led you to take this leap to invest in yourself? Because like you said, you weren't even like ready. Well, it's not that you weren't ready, but you didn't even have your coaching business set up. So what kind of led you to take that first jump?
Yeah, so I was being pushed at this stage in my life in all directions by the universe of like, how much can you trust? And she didn't really have, like I had income coming from here and there, but I didn't have like a stable income. And so I actually took a really big risk and I invested like almost all of my savings and was like, I've got to make this work, all or nothing. Like I've got this incredible idea. I know I can't do this alone. And it was like, just feel the fear and do it anyway. That is like my motto. And it was like, it was living on the edge, because I was like, shit, is this going to like come back? Am I going to like, be like down and out and have nowhere to live? But it all came around, and the trust has so paid off. And like you supported me so much in how to kind of go from this idea and actually like share it with the right people, because I was definitely, to begin with, sharing it with a group of people that wouldn't resonate with it, and you always helped me like aim that much higher.
Thank you. I received that powerful reflection, because as you're saying this too, I recognize like you have so quantum leapt from all of those beliefs that were coming up at the beginning. There was a lot of the like wobbly mindset stuff that you're not alone, right? A lot of coaches and light workers just like you have those that they encounter, and those shadows and those parts of you. And I know it was not easy for you, but to see you just like take that leap and have the courage anyway. And then, you know, we'll talk about in a second, but what ended up happening because of that, it's like, of course, because
of course,
right? Of course. It's just this testament of you like being in alignment, like you heeding the call, you received the download, you took the action, and then it like instilled this newfound trust in yourself and in the universe. And then of course, everything unfolded the exact way that it was meant to be. You know, I hold the space for you. I give you the strategy, the feminine and the masculine strategy, but like you did this, sister. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. So I would like if you would take a second to just share a little bit more about what it's like really like working with me, because you have obviously received like the whole like inside look. And sometimes I know that there are people watching, like you might be watching right now, and you're like, okay, but like, what are you actually doing in these coaching calls? Like, what does it actually look like? So Grace, I don't know if you want to share a little bit about your experience, about what it's really like working with me. Like, what does the experience look like?
Yeah, so there's just every bit of information you could possibly need for setting up a coaching business. And any question, you'd always have like a great insight or it's like a suggestion of how to like reframe it better. And then that like would shift how I would then look at things, which was really powerful. Like working with someone else and seeing the reflections actually expands your mind, and it expands like how you view stuff. And that was certainly like that for me. And the coaching calls weren't just like business stuff. A lot of it was like mindset stuff. I mean, I was going through some super hard stuff at the time as well. So you were everything within that. And I think that's like really the power of your coaching, is like it's not just like the business stuff, like you are also human, and you are also really spiritually tapped in as well. So we were both tapping into multidimensional fields at the same time during our coaching calls. And yeah, definitely soul sisters from many lifetimes. So that was also really powerful, I think. And I think it will be amazing to watch how this like evolves as we go on.
Yes, you know, we got very galactic in our calls, that's for sure. And I know we were being supported by spirit like every single call. I would tell you, I'm like, Grace, I'm getting full body shivers right now. And you'd be like, same. This is what happens when you work with spirit. This is not just like you know, partnership, but we're like a team connecting to your spirit guides, galactic beings, all of that. So fun. I love that. So sis, this is where we get to celebrate you. I would love if you would share what your biggest wins were from working together. And I know you have like, yeah, I'll let you share them because they're just epic.
So I held my first Cleanse to Ascend in Santa Teresa, and there were 8 of us. So that was calling in 7 clients for that. And then I also had one group VIP client, a high paying VIP client. And also this month I've held the space and gone through the whole container, which has also been life transformational for every single person in the container. And that's like filled my soul more than, you know, the like 10K month. I had a 10K month, but it's like the impacts on the people like who have actually changed their lives. Like that for me is like the biggest wins of like, this is actually like a program that has created itself, that has flowed with such ease, and is like people want to like continue on the cleanse. Like people are like, when's the next one? Because they're so powerful and potent. And through this as well, like I had the idea of the Cleanse to Ascend, and I had the structures of the sessions, But I didn't know just how powerful a channel I was and how powerful a healer I was, and just having to trust that. And then each week being so surprised about just how powerful the healings like have been, and the tapping into these multidimensional fields, that's also like blown me away. And I would not also be there creating that container if it was not for like the back stuff of like the business, and having got that, you know, in place to then be able to serve in new ways that I never had imagined or dreamed of or learned. It's just like past life remembrance and deep soul, you know, working with that multidimensional field.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. But actually, it is believable. It's of course, because this is what was just in your cards. Honestly, I was like saying unbelievable, and then I'm like, oh no, this is believable, because this is what happens when you take and do all the steps and you face your shadows and you do the work. And I love that you mentioned this. It's like, yes, I had my first 10K month, but even more importantly, I stepped into my gifts and powers and leadership like never before. And actually getting to spend time with you, Grace, as a friend as well in Costa Rica, and directly witness the ways that you have up leveled in the way that you lead is like been incredible, because there's just this like full embodiment of what you're here to do. And I think you would agree with that. Like there, it's just, you're like owning the fuck out of it now.
Yeah, I'm like, this is me, and you either take me or you don't.
Yes. Oh my goodness, sister. So what would you say to anyone who's watching and is, you know, thinking about working with me, but is maybe feeling a little nervous? Like, what would you say to that person?
I would say feel the fear and do it anyway. Like if you know in your heart that you are here to serve people, and you want the financial freedom, you want to be able to create your own hours and really like show up in the world in the new earth, because like coaching is and helping people shift their lives and connected with their heart and be able to make money at the same time. This is like how we are literally creating the new earth, because we are setting ourselves free from those old systems where you're working a 9 to 5, where you are tied down to a place, whereas we're both now nomadic. And it's so much more than just, oh, I'm gonna, you know, invest in coaching. It's like, no, you're investing in your whole life. Like you're investing in this ability to like create a new way of being, and also at the same time you're creating new financial systems, you're creating something, you're creating the new earth. And we together, the more people that join this way of being, of exchanging information and services, this is how we are creating the new earth, through new financial means and financial abundance and freedom, and also purpose and connected with spirit.
You literally just put my entire mission and values into like the most eloquent way. So thank you for that. Oh, yes, Grace. Okay. Thank you so much for this client spotlight. It has been such an honor getting to witness this evolution. I cannot wait to see where you continue to go with Cleanse to Ascend and with your coaching and everything. And where can people find you if they want to learn more about Cleanse to Ascend or learn more about you? Where can they find you on social media?
So I'm at Grace 𝗂𝗏 with an extra A at the end on Instagram, and I share more there, and there's different links there if you want to book a discovery call to go more in depth around how you can also cleanse and ascend.
Thank you so much, sister.
Thank you.
Right. That's it for another amazing client spotlight. Just like Grace said, if you are interested in taking this leap because you are part of this new earth vision, we are doing huge things, you can head over to my website, reginaosilva.com, and you can learn about the different opportunities to work with me. All right, until then, everyone, I'll see you later.